So Francisco, we are 1 week before your rematch with Krzysztof Włodarczyk. I was listening you doing the interviews. You said a lot of times, "It is my last chance." So you think if you came short this time, I don't know, you are going straight to retirement?
I don't know if I'm going straight into retirement. I don't think about those stuff. I don't think about that. But it might be my last chance to becoming a world champion. So I definitely have to win this fight. I'm not using it as no pressure or nothing. It's just just me. I need that extra push from myself to perform.
And how tough was this 18 months? I read you you asked your fans that it is maybe for you a time to retirement. Have you seriously considering retirement?
It went through my mind and it was bothering me for a long time. I almost did. I owe my career to my fans and to my friends and to my team. So I asked the question, expecting them to comment on it, like which they did, and they told me that I was stupid and I was crazy. Just like every time I used to comment about Diablo on my Facebook, it wasn't towards him. It was nothing personal towards him, but that's what my fans want to hear. That's what my fans want to hear. So my fans, to me, are because of them. I do this. You know what I mean? I do this for myself and for my family and for the promise that I got from my brother. But if I don't have my fans, I don't have nothing.
So you don't hate Diablo because reading stuff you're writing on your Facebook, calling him really bad things. It looks like this.
No problem. I don't have no problems with Diablo. Diablo didn't do nothing. Diablo didn't do nothing to me. He got something that I want, yeah, of course. But that's, like I said, that's for my fans. Those comments that I make on Facebook or wherever I put anything about me fighting, it's for my fans. It's not for the media. It's not for me try to down call him or anything. If I want to say something to him personally, I'll tell him, look at him in his eyes, and I'll tell him straight in his eyes what I want to say to him. Whatever I put on Facebook or any other internet thing is just for my fans, just so that I could keep them, entertained. That's what they want to hear me do. I'm an entertainer, so I got to keep them entertained.
I asked this also, your coach. You said that this training camp was a lot better, a lot different than before the first fight. So you're admitting that you did some mistakes before the first fight?
For the first fight, I only had one sparring partner, and then and like one main that we brought in, which it was Brudov, Valery Brudov, and the whole time it was just war. It wasn't no learning, no nothing. It was just all war. He's cruiserweight. He's signed by Don King. He want to be a world beater too. So he come in there trying to take my house down, and I'm not allowing it. So it was always a war. Throughout those sparring, I had an injured left hand. I hit him on the hip, and I had an injured left hand, and that was just like we had to send him home because it was just always wars, and it was always being the rough on the body. You know what I mean? So. But this training camp was world-class fighters. I learned a lot. They gave me a lot of push. They were like pushing me to the limits. And the time that I wouldn't come and perform, they would come and jump on my ass and beat my ass. Or at least try. I'm not letting them beat my ass. They'll start out beating my ass, but I wasn't letting them. But I had to always come in my A games, and it got me ready. So that's why I'm like, last year I was talking a lot, this and that. I'm gonna let my talking do in the ring. You will see a whole total different Wizard this year.
And do you think you know everything about Diablo after the first fight? Is there a thing he can surprise you?
He didn't do nothing. He just covered up the first fight. He didn't show me nothing. He just covered up. So that's why I bought 3 different. I know he's strong. I know he's strong. I bought in a fighter that he was strong, hit hard. Bought a fighter that's fast, throws a lot of punches, and I bought a defensive fighter. So I had 3 different sparring partners. They were all living with me, and we were doing everything together.
Diablo's coach said that first fight was low-paced because in the very first round you took the hard punch from Diablo, he took hard punch from you, and you both gained too much respect for each other. Is it true?
Well, I didn't really feel his hands till like in the 4th round that he hit me with a right hand, but it wasn't something that hurt me. It just was it caught me coming in, and it caught me with a right hand. But I didn't like. I was distracted. I was distracted throughout the whole fight. My son, like I said, being born, I'm not using my son as no excuse. Don't get it wrong. I'm not using my son as no excuse. I'm just saying that my son was born 5 hours before. My only child was born 5 hours prior to me jumping in the ring, and I wasn't there to see my son cried for the first time in this world. And I was distracted. And I found out early that morning whenever he was born, I found out around midday, and then I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? Distracted. I was happy, crying of happy because my son was healthy and he was alive, and I lost all my anger. Not my anger, but my fighting anger, you know what I mean? What you take to the ring. And that's all. I'm ready. I know my sparring partners, all my sparring partners that I brought in, none of them are Diablo. But none of his sparring partners are the Wizard. So he gotta adapt to me, while I gotta adapt to him. I know I will adapt to him. We'll see what happens. If he could adapt to me, if he don't adapt to me, he has a long night.
Last question: after the positive feedback from the Polish fans after the first fight, do you expect that crowd in the arena will be in I don't know, halfway your crowd?
I don't know. Polish people are very proud of being Polish. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I would love for them to be half of them be mine. I would love for them half of them be cheering for me, or everybody cheering for me. I would love for that. Yeah. I love it here. I love them. They treated me with so much respect, and they treated me with so much love that I will hope that, you know what I mean, they'll give me some cheering. I understand if they get a cheer for Diablo. There's nothing against them, but they are not fighting. They are not fighting with Diablo. I'm fighting with Diablo. And there's nothing they could do to take Diablo and push Diablo. I mean, yeah. But it's going to be a whole total different story.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you very much. Ring Polska, good job. Thank you very much. Love you, Poland. See you September 22nd. Be the best fight you ever seen. Yes, he is. Wizard time.